Hello everybody, welcome to United Stand, welcome to the Etihad. Yes, I'm thrilled to be here talking about Manchester United against Manchester City, but I can't be too biased. I have to sort of be slightly professional. I have to look at the football side of it. I'm trying to take the fan element out of this and how I feel about this fixture. You all know how I feel about this fixture. You all know from watching social media exactly how sort of biased I am when it comes to City against United. I know what City are. I know how good they are. We all know how good they are. So you just got to look at this game and go, comparing it to last season, it's a lot more exciting to look forward to because it does feel like we've got a little bit more now. It feels like United can actually compete with Manchester City. I deliberately wore red today just to stand out a little bit. Walking around this place, it just makes me feel sick, I'm not going to lie, but that's what it is. I'm a United fan, Manchester lad, and I just don't like them. But yeah, I have to sort of give them props and praise them. And you know what, Pep Guardiola has done a lot for this football team. The owners have done a lot for the football club. You've got to give him praise to the setup and everything that has gone in around there and the money that's been invested in. But that's as far as it goes. This is Manchester United against Manchester City. And at the end of the day, whoever wins tomorrow is going to have the bragging rights for the rest of the week. Probably a couple of weeks knowing how big this one is, because the vibe around Manchester United at the moment is we're on the comeback. And City would love nothing more than to knock United straight back down again to where it was. And that's where we are as a football club at the moment, as a fan base. We're absolutely buoyant because we are seeing more. But we do know it's on that knife edge where it could just go back to where it was last season. And it could go up. It could go to the next level. And that's what a win against Manchester City for Man United tomorrow would be. It would cement Ten Hag's place as the man going forward, as a manager that is going to take United to that next level. The next level, which would be consistently competing for the top four. There is another level past that I think Ten Hag can get to as well. But step by step, bit by bit, that's what we need. And we're realistic as fans at Manchester United and thinking, you know what, we can win this game tomorrow. We can get back into the top four this season. I didn't think it was possible at the start of the season. I'm not going to start changing my mind or trying to make excuses for what I said before the season started. The first two games, I was thinking it was the end again. But what Ten Hag has done past that cannot be ignored. And Manchester City won't be ignoring that either. They will be taking this game deadly serious. We've already beaten Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal and Liverpool, teams that you would expect to be competing in that top four this season. Something United got nowhere near last season. We were absolutely dissected by the likes of Liverpool and Arsenal away last season. Liverpool at home. And of course, Manchester City last season, two of their easiest wins that they had all last season, which was embarrassing and totally unacceptable for Manchester United. That going into this game is where Ten Hag, I think, is going to be the difference. He's got this team fighting for each other. He's got this team fighting and competing against other teams. Even when we're not playing great football, we're in the games, we're solid, we're working as hard as the opposition. We're not going into games, what I thought last season was arrogantly thinking, because we've got that red shirt on, we just walk into games and just turn up and get the result. You've got to earn it now these days. You've seen how many teams have already scored more than 2 goals past Man City this season already. I mean, Newcastle put 3 past them. Crystal Palace were 2-0 up here and City fans were panicking at half-time. City obviously came out in the second half and did the business, but it goes to show how strong this league is. You can't go into any game. And I think this season, these sorts of games amongst the top 6 are where points are going to be vital. I don't think necessarily you're going to be going into this game as, say, a manager of one of these clubs going, let's just get a draw here. Because I feel like there's losses, there's draws all over the season. I think everyone can beat everyone. And I think managers will be looking at these games as a chance to actually gain ground or move away as such from the opposition. The top 6 battle is where it is right now. You can see Chelsea and Liverpool just on the outskirts. There's only Brighton that's in the way at the moment. And I think by the end of the month, by the time we hit the World Cup time, it will be the top 6 that everyone expected. Spurs, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, City, Chelsea. That will be your top 6, and that will be looking all the way through for the rest of the season. I don't see anyone else breaking into that top 6 at the moment. There's no one there really showing anything more. Like I said, Chelsea and Liverpool will come back, but that's where we're at. So games like this, the Manchester derby, the North London derby, which is being played today as well, the managers won't be thinking, let's just not get beat, I don't think. I think the managers we're looking at is a chance. And I think Ten Hag will look at this game and say, at the end of it, if it is a draw, it's a good result. because Manchester City have won the last 7 games here, scoring 3 or more goals in every single one of them. I've said this before, I did it on my preview on the United Stand website, if you want to go and check that out. But it's been, I think 1965 was the last top flight team to actually win 8 games in a row at home, scoring more than 3 goals, and that was the Spurs side. Manchester City have got a chance of breaking that. This will be the first time that they've won 3 games in a row on the trot in the Premier League against Manchester United since, I think it's 9 years ago, 2014 I think it was, 2013-14. So they've got a lot of bragging rights on the line here, City. They could really make a statement, and I think that's how they'll be going out. I expect City to come out like a steam train. I expect them to try and blow United away in the first half an hour like they have done when they've won these big games in the past. That's how City beat us. The longer this game goes on and it's close, the better chance Manchester United have got, I think, in this one. It's that game. We all know how it goes. City are that swashbuckling, gallivanting, brilliant team, the Highland Globetrotters when they hit their straps. Manchester United are more of a dig in and just grind the result out sort of team at the moment. So that's where I could say, and I said it at the start, I could see a draw, I could see a loss, I could see a win. I could see any result, and I don't think any fan worldwide would be surprised with any one of them outcomes. I'm not doing my Michael Owen impression here either by saying if you want to win, you've got to score goals and you've got to win the game and all of that garbage. It makes sense, and I hope you understand what I'm saying, but it is a fact that City will win this big, or Manchester United will win this by the odd goal. That's what I'm saying, and I think that's what and how it will go down. Personally, I've gone for a draw. I've gone for a Desmond 2-2. I think it will be 2-2. I think there'll be goals in it. I think City's defence is where United have an advantage. I don't rate it. I don't think it's as strong as it has been before. I don't think they've found the right combination, the right partnership yet. Whereas United, and people, this is where people pull me in terms of my combined 11. I think United's defence works better as a unit. I think that's why we're better. We're having to defend because we're not at City's level yet. We're having to defend better than what City are because we can't control the game as much as they can. Don't get me wrong, that is how United will be playing soon enough when Ten Hag gets everything in and he's implemented all of his philosophy. He's got the players that he wants in at the football club. That's how Manchester United will be playing. And we will get there. But he's the first manager to realise that we haven't got the playing staff to do it, and we can't just change Manchester United from what they were last season. Managers have come in, they've tried to implement their own philosophies and gone, this is Manchester United, we must be able just to do this straight away. You can't with this team. It's impossible. They have been that low, been that down, and have fallen that much that Ten Hag has had to go back to basics with this team essentially, and that's where we are right now. We're grinding results out, we're being competitive in the bigger games, and that's where United will be here tomorrow. It'll be competitive, it will be close. Like I said, it has got that feel that City can just blow United away still. I'm not going to ignore that factor, they are that good, but I just feel like Manchester United have got the bit between the teeth right now and they won't allow that to happen. And by that I mean, even if it goes to 2-0 City, I think they'll still carry on playing, they'll still keep fighting, and then if they sneak that goal and it goes to a 2-1, then I think it's game on. I don't necessarily think this time, whereas last season if City went 2-0 up, I would have just packed my bag and thought that was game over. I would never leave early, by the way, but that's the feeling it got. It felt like it was done and dusted. If City went 2-0 up, but it doesn't have that feel anymore. I feel like United have got a bit more bite. I'll be intrigued to see exactly what happens when United go behind, because this latest run of form has been with United always taking the lead. No one's actually gone in front of us in this bit of good form, the last 4 games in the Premier League. We've always took the league, so it'll be interesting if City do score first, how United reacts. That'll be a big test for them. I do think that there is a chance that that could happen. I think most of the time when City have scored first, they've won this game. When United have scored first, if you look in the past fixtures, especially here at the Etihad, if United score first, they usually win the game. But like I said, it is United's biggest test. The upturn in form is brilliant, it's good to see, but this will be our biggest test here. I think there's a chance that we will be going behind in this game, and then we'll see the character, like I said. Key to it all is obviously the likes of Marcus Rashford being fit, because I think we beat City with the pace. That's where I think we win this game. It's going to be counter-attacking football, so I do expect United to implement that plan, and Rashford will be key to that. We need that speed. Sancho is quick on his feet. Ronaldo, short bursts. Antony, yes, he's okay, but he's new. I think Rashford, and this occasion for Rashford has always been a big one. He has always shown up in the big games. He's already proved it this season. fresh off, not manager of the month, he's not that good. Player of the month, it was Ten Hag who got manager of the month. Should have mentioned that before actually, but never mind. But Rashford in form, and he likes a goal at the Etihad. We know that. He likes a goal against City, and he's a big stage player when he's on, and he's on at the moment. So I think Rashford being fit, and it's no surprise that Ten Hag has alluded to how important Rashford is in his plans. I think Rashford plays a big part. Good news from the press conference alongside Rashford's fitness was Martial's chance of possibly being in the team today. Even if Martial's on the bench, we've seen what he did against Liverpool when he came on at half-time. I think one of his best performances before he actually went out on loan was here at the Etihad when we beat them 2-0. It was in lockdown when there was no fans in the stadium, and that is different, I know, but Martial was superb that day. I just feel like that link of Martial's hold-up play alongside Rashford's speed on the left is where we always have caused City damage. And if you look at fixtures gone by when we've done well here, them two have always played well. Rashford's goals have come when we've won here. Martial's goals have come when we've won here, and he's played well, we've won here. Them two together against City, I think that's where we win this game if we do. 60-65% possession to City, that's a given. We know that's coming. We're not going to get deterred by that, and Ten Hag will be in the players' faces letting them know about that. He won't let them drop. He won't let their heads drop. We know what type of game City are. We know how they play here. If you frustrate them, you've got a chance, because this crowd will turn. I've been in amongst it. They will turn. And last season when they knew how bad we were and Sancho got the equaliser, the groans were there. The worry was there. And there is worry in the City fan base about this game. They know what danger United can carry. They know that we're not the pushovers we was last season, and this is a massive test. Obviously, first derby for Haaland, first derby for Ten Hag. There's a lot of questions that are going to be answered tomorrow, and I think it will set a tone for the rest of the season. If City win, then they're probably running away with the league, personally. I don't think there's many to challenge them right now. I really don't. But if United stop City tomorrow, it opens everything up again. And I think that's the interesting thing, and that's why the rest of the league will be watching. They'll be watching this game tomorrow thinking and hoping more likely that United get the result, because it brings everyone back into the equation. Heading into the middle of October and City aren't running away with it, it's a big thing, because the money and what they've invested and the team they've got and the expectation here would be, well, how are we not further away? And that just goes to show, like I said, how tough this league is. So if United do stop City tomorrow, it will send that message out that, you know what, this isn't going to be a runaway league. We're not going to get the 90 plus points again like we've had over the last few seasons. I think it will be a lot tighter, and it brings everyone else back into it. And then we're looking further on into the season, then after the World Cup, and how much that implements it. That's why tomorrow is so important for both clubs. City, for that reason that I just said, so they can move away and sit there, put the benchmark down basically. United, just to prove that this isn't a flash in the pan and this little bit of form is actually real. But I've gone 2-2. Let me know what you think, everybody. Let me know what you think the score's going to be. Who would you have up front in the front three if Martial and Rashford are fit? That's going to be the interesting one, and where we have a chance in this game, like I said. Cheers for watching, everybody. I need to get out of here quick because I don't like it around here, like I said. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to get out of here. Cheers for watching, everybody. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. See you later. See you on match day.